Hey
Yeah, she's
guys.
in.
Oh,
She's
I'm
in,
sorry.
guys. She's in early.
Oh,
You said
good.
I
I,
just saw the
the
part where
email.
you said 7:15. I thought it was 7 at first.
It's all good. It's all good, Seniesa. You're just gonna have to help us out with the weekend. Are you down with that or what?
Sure.
All righty. Hey, look at Seniesa's representing the Lakers. We got
Hey,
her
Garrett.
representing the Dodgers. Myself, I'm just representing original gangsters. Ah, slack.
Nice.
We
thought
got
you
the
would be
champ here, guys.
I thought you'd be
Uh,
representing the gnomes, fool, knowing you.
I know, bro. I was gonna do it. Look at my beard, dude. My beard's long.
I know.
All
Your
right, the
beard.
champ. Hey, Jose Reyes says the champs arrived. Yes, guys.
Right,
The champ is
has
in the
arrived.
building.
He is
The
in
champ
He
is
is
here.
in the building. Is the bell? Do you already have the bell, Seniesa?
I don't. I should be getting it this week.
Cool, good.
Yeah.
Hey, was that a little better for you, Ruckus? I opened up the window, let more sunlight come in. Was that cool for you?
Yeah, dude. I needed to be able to see you, bro, because I was getting nervous that I couldn't see you. I was gonna send
I'm not even
firing
gonna
squad
call
over.
racism, bro. I'm just gonna just. That's cool.
All right, with that said, guys, welcome to the boxing rundown. And we have the champ already here. She's early, so she's ready to go with us. And she might help us out because I think you were in Puerto Rico this weekend too, no? Or Thursday?
Yeah, I
On
was in Puerto
Thursday,
Rico on Thursday. Yeah.
So let's talk about that on Thursday. Amanda Serrano gets the job done in 9 rounds, KO. What did you guys think about that fight? Let's start
Yeah,
with the
I thought
champ.
it was
Champ.
I thought it was great. So I flew out there as soon as I got back from Dallas. It was such a short notice. With no hesitation, I said yes. I'll work the card with NBC and I'll be there because I really wanted to support Serrano in that fight because it was a big fight for women's boxing, and me just coming off such a big win for women's boxing, I wanted to be there to make sure that I support her, and I work the show, commentate the fight. And like I said, if you guys watch the broadcast, I said that if the fight was going to end early with the stoppage, it would be Serrano stopping Bermudez, and that's exactly how it went. So yeah, it was a great fight. I enjoyed it.
Hey, look out for our jobs, guys. We got Seniesa now doing
Hey.
commentary and everything.
So well spoken. Like it's a trip because on Twitch, they had showed your outtakes as you got ready for the 5 o'clock show on Twitch, right? On the Twitch broadcast, as I was watching Twitch, they had you on the stairs and you were like doing takes. You did like one take, you did a second take, and then when you went live at 5 on NBC, like every one of them was perfect. I'm like, man, she's got it down. Like she's good.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think any of those were perfect except for like the one where I went live. I think like I don't like to like overthink. So like the whole time, like when I flew out there, when I was on the plane, like I was so tired because we had just got back from Dallas. I didn't even get to unpack. And then we got the call saying that NBC Sports and Ring City wanted me to fly out there to work the fight. And, I hardly got any sleep since Saturday. I didn't get like a full, not even 5 hours of sleep. So I was exhausted. So on the plane, I was like, okay, I'm going to go over some fights and I'm going to look at Serrano's previous fights and Bermudez. But I knocked out on the plane. I knocked out on the plane from LA to Miami, and from Miami to Puerto Rico, I passed out. So I didn't even get to like really do any extra studying or anything like that. But I already knew about both of them. So I didn't want to like overthink or anything like that, because when I overthink, I feel like that's when I just like kind of, everything just goes out the window. So I'm like, I know enough about them. I'm just going to like ride with it and just kind of like freestyle the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, you did a hell of a job.
I like that.
And
She called it.
In the knockout. She predicted the knockout exactly. And that's so hard to do in women's boxing, especially fights that are sanctioned by certain organizational bodies that only allow 2-minute rounds. Like, for women to get knockouts is extremely difficult. And
right.
For Serrano to go out there and do what she had to do, like, I give her all the props in the world. Those body
yeah
shots.
And Bermudez is a tough girl, really tough girl. She was taking those shots an amazing way. So
yeah, I don't think Bermudez has lost since like 2014 and Serrano like 2012, so it's like
right.
It's been years since both of them had lost, and Bermudez gave her a hell of a fight. It was a good fight, but Serrano, she's on a different level. To be
for sure.
Be a 7-division world champion. That's wanting to go out there and get.
Right. Yeah. And when I interviewed both of them in the dressing room, Bermudez was confident and very calm and just ready, of course. But when I talked to Amanda, she just like she's very humble, very humble. So when I asked her, I said, I said, are you prepared for this fight? And she's like, I'm never unprepared for a fight. And then I said, okay. I'm like, I know I hate this question. I hate to be asked this question, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Like, are you what are your predictions for this fight? And then, you know, she's super humble. She's like, well, you know, I mean, I think it's gonna be a war, but I think my power, my size is gonna make the difference. And then that's kind of, it's exactly what I was thinking too. So I was like, I know what you mean by that. Basically saying that you're too strong and too big for her. So, you know, without saying it, she kind of said it that she knew she would like get a stoppage or the knockout eventually.
So I'm gonna cross out a question then, because you guys hate getting that question. No, I'm just messing. I don't have that question. Fern, what'd you think about it, man?
No, it was a very good performance by Serrano. Really good. Her boxing pretty much dominated the entire fight and everything like that. Did really good. I did, obviously, being a women's fight, you don't expect a knockout, but to see it, it was surprising. So it was actually really good. And if you've been paying attention to the news as of late, the Ring City viewership has been going up per fight, every single fight. And this was the highest viewed one so far. So the fact that people got to see this is really good. So it's not only good for Serrano and women's boxing, but good for boxing overall. So that's
exactly.
I loved it. Like, yeah, and even Seniesa said that, you know, during the interview, it's good for boxing. Notice I didn't say women's boxing. I said boxing. It's good
boxing.
For
boxing, you know? Yeah, because like exactly, like this was the highest viewed, and the main event was a female fight, and it's like, you know, no matter if you don't like women's boxing, I don't care, like all those haters out there who are just like so stubborn, like, no, I don't like women's boxing, I don't want to see that shit. Like, no matter what, you can't deny, like, after watching me fight or watching Serrano fight, that you didn't enjoy the fight. Like, you know, that's just the great thing about it. So it's great that she got that, because she's had so much experience, and like she's done so much and accomplished so much, but like no one has seen it, and it's so sad, you know. But now she's getting her opportunity for the world to see her. So that's amazing. It's great.
Yeah, look at March. Look at March. March has been a big month for women's boxing in general. We had at the beginning of March, we had the Clarissa Shields pay-per-view. Just a couple of weeks ago on the Roman Chocolatito versus Estrada, we had the co-main event of McCaskill versus Brockus. Then we had your fight last weekend at the Virgil fight, and now we're having this one. The month of March has been a very good month, not only for boxing, but again, women's boxing being magnified and shown on cards like that. So again, not only good for women's boxing, but good for boxing overall.
See,
definitely.
You know, and with female boxing, with women's boxing, though, and I've said it in the past, I think the lighter weight division, and this is no fault of Clarissa, and this has nothing to do or take away from Clarissa Shields, but everything below 147, it's a hotbed for women. Once you get over 147 pounds and you get to the middleweights, to the super middleweights, to the heavyweights, there's no competition up there. You know, there's really not that many fighters up there. You may have a number 1 and a number 2 ranked fighter, and then your number 3 ranked fighter might be like 11 and 21. You know, just there's lack of opposition up there. And what tends to happen too, you know, a lot of the lighter weight classes, you know, you don't have a lot of big Mexican and big Asian women. So the majority of the lighter weight classes are Hispanics coming from either Mexico, you now here from East LA representing the United States, but a lot of Asian fighters. And that's just because of the fact of demographics. Here in the United States, little girls grow up to be cheerleaders and play soccer and play softball and do other things. They don't think about boxing, you know. So for you guys to do that and show the world and do what you're doing for women's boxing, it's a great opportunity for other little girls to see that and be like, man, I want to be like Superbad. I want to be like Serrano. You know, I want to be that. I want to be that next fighter. You know, because I think that's what they have to do. They have to hit the inner cities. They have to hit these kids and start them boxing at an early age, because not just for self-defense, not just because it's a good sport, but I mean, it's a sport in general. And boxing, it's not a team. You can't blame anybody when you lose. You know, you depend on yourself and you make yourself a better person. You try to be better after each fight. And I think it's a good opportunity, you know, what you've done to show the world that, hey, girls can do this. You know, we can do this. We can be champs, you know. And that story that they played before, I was spot on. That was so good. Like,
yeah, it was so good to like see that playing in the dressing room right before I walked out. And I was like, wow, like I really like stop to think. I'm like, oh my God, like my trainer even told me in the dressing room, he was like, you know, everything that you've went through since you were 8 years old in boxing, like this is the moment right here that you have been waiting for. And that was like just such an emotional moment for me.
Mm.
I
think we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the interview then.
Yeah.
No, we'll get into all of that stuff in the interview for real.
Well, we have Dylan White. You had Dylan White and Povetkin, right?
Right. But I wanted to give out some comments for Seniesa that people are already jumping on all crazy here. So I have somebody said Michael Cameron says you were at the show, Seniesa. They're saying you could expect a KO when Serrano fights. Do you agree with that, Seniesa? Did you get that impression from Amanda Serrano? And that's Michael Cameron.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think that's the good thing. The most exciting thing about watching her fight is you don't know what's going to happen. As long as she's fighting at her weight class, like she's saying 126, she's very comfortable there because, you know, she feels the strongest at that weight class. So I think as long as she stays at the weight class that she's feels the strongest at, then we can expect her to get more of those knockouts every fight.
You're getting a lot of crushes right here. Brian Alonso is giving you lots of love. I'm not gonna say that, bro. But Gabe Flores, he's like, just her, she's cute. I'm okay. I'm gonna tell her she's cute. All right.
Thank you, Brian.
Gabe Flores Sr., Gabe Jr.'s dad and also trainer says, I like watching skilled fighters. That's why I watch Seniesa. So we have a lot of people jumping on.
Thank you so much. I was able to meet him and his dad at the fights. It was really nice to meet them.
Yeah, they were in Houston, right? Was it Dallas? No,
Dallas.
Dallas.
It was Dallas. Yeah, it was Dallas.
What is hashtags? I'm seeing a lot of hashtag 7 seconds Seniesa. What does that mean? You know?
The fight prior. The fight prior. You don't remember? She knocked out her opponent in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. They're blowing it up in here too. So I'm all right.
So funny.
Let's get to Dylan White. Dylan White was throwing bombs. You know what I mean? He was doing the windmill. He did the Wilder.
Deontay Wilder.
He was doing the Wilder since round 1, but he gets the KO in the 4th round. That was expected, correct? I mean, did I pick him? Yeah, I picked him. Right?
I picked Povetkin. I thought Povetkin was going to stop him again, but it is what it is. I mean, it looked like he caught a shot in the back of the head. And sometimes when you get hit behind the ear, you know, it wasn't an illegal rabbit punch, but sometimes when you get caught back there, your whole equilibrium's off. And he looked like he was done after that first round, you know, like he never caught his balance. Actually, he didn't look good walking into the ring.
No, that's something. Into the ring. There was a lot that was actually going on backstage that's come out in the last couple of days. And Povetkin contract basically got COVID and he couldn't recover from it well. So that's why he looked so sluggish, going back to him not looking good going into the ring. Even the announcers of the zone were saying that he didn't look right at that point in time. It's because he contracted COVID. And the same thing has gone on. You know, that's what's going on with Povetkin. He just caught it. Mind you, he's a 41-year-old fighter. So it was just difficult for him to come back and bounce back. He didn't want to pull out of the fight. He didn't want to do anything. So he just went through it. I'll give Dylan White a lot of credit and a lot of love for the respect he showed for Povetkin. Afterwards, getting the stool for him, making sure he was good, pouring water over his head, basically taking care of his opponent, even though he just knocked him out. And mind you, this is the same guy that just knocked him out a couple of months earlier, too. So I give Dylan White all the credit in the world for not only doing what he needed to do, but for also being a gentleman in the sport. That was amazing for him.
So knowing that aspect, should Dylan White give him a rematch? Should they do a trilogy because of that, now that we know this?
Only if Povetkin asks for it and wants it. Because you got to take into consideration Povetkin. If Povetkin says, you know what, this happened, which he has, but he hasn't said he wants a rematch or a trilogy fight, then no. But if he says he wants that trilogy fight, I'm all for it. Go for it.
And I doubt that he gives it to him. Even if he does want it though, I doubt that he gives it to him because as we know, man, the WBC has really shit on Dylan White. And I'm gonna be real honest, man. And I work with the WBC. I work with people that are in that LA office, but I mean, the way they've done him the last few years, I think he's been like an interim champion now for like 3 years, and they're finally giving him the respect. You know, it's been a lot of side money out the window for Wilder to do what he was doing, and now for Fury to do what he's doing, and now Fury and Joshua supposedly. So, you know, at least Dylan White, hopefully he gets his day. You know, especially I think would they name him now Diamond Champion and interim champion? So they gave him 2 belts, I guess, to try to rectify. It's still not the same as actually fighting for a world title. And you, of all people, Seniesa, you know the politics of the sport. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I do. But yeah, speaking of that fight, that was on Saturday, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I was asleep through all of that. That was like the first day where I actually had some sleep. So I don't know what you guys are talking about, but
yeah. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss anything. Just missed a lot of windmills.
Hey, our guy though, man, the big cheese, Ted Chaseman. He had the
Ted Chaseman, man. Hell yeah.
Bro, that was a great fight. That was
Chaseman had the fight of the night.
That was fight of the night right there.
Yeah.
They threw bombs, man. There wasn't very much.
Had the fight of the night.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, man. Let's just get to what's hot in boxing right now, and then we'll just get to the interview. So I think Fern's going to hit me on this one. Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola has been moved to May 1st with fans at Carson at the, what is it called now?
At the Dignity Health Sports or Park
Dignity
Arena,
Health.
whatever. But this is what I want to get at you. You lost your bet to freaking Jaime Costecho, all right, bro? You lost it.
Isn't that
No,
it got moved, dog. It got moved.
Hey,
I don't lose.
Exactly. That means boxing can't beat the UFC on April 24th. So technically, you lose. So you have to pay up that bet.
I know. It's a default, bro. It's a default. Hey, what's going on? I was like, what is it?
Hey, real quick, Ruckus.
You
have Anthony or Xavier moderating right now?
Yeah.
Have them erase that. There's a long.
I saw that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
That was funny. I
delete them and block them. Yeah.
Yeah, delete them and block them, bro. Damon, you're done. All right. So what do you guys think about that? We're gonna have fans. It's almost sold out. You guys like that?
Yeah, I think we'll have
fans. Hell yeah,
2,000 fans.
That's awesome. I can't wait. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big fight.
Go
ahead.
It's a perfect location for those two guys to fight. Like, yeah, it's gonna be great.
And for the people who can't see it, the pay-per-view is priced perfectly. $50 for that main event and the undercard. That's a really good price for what you're getting on that night. Trust me.
That's
exactly,
great.
man. Those guys are gonna bang. I mean, and for us, we're all from Southern California, so we know that this is years in the making between Chris and Andy. You know that rivalry's been there. You know, for other people in different spots, I'll be like, oh, those guys, nah, man. Like, it's big for LA. So like she was saying, Seniesa was saying, StubHub Center, Home Depot Center, great spot for it. You know, Dignity Health, whatever the hell it is now, but it's a perfect spot. That's the gladiator grounds, man. There's been so many wars there.
So many wars there.
Bradley Povetkin, Maticia Molina. I can go on and on. I mean, the first Marquez Vasquez fight was there. I mean,
Rio Alvarado one was
Rio Alvarado. Like, you could just go war after war after war that's been there. I mean, look at when old boy got his jaw broke, Valdez in the rain.
Oh
yeah.
Versus Scott Quigg. Yep.
Yeah, Scott Quigg. I mean, so.
It's got the makings. It's got the makings for a great weekend, guys. So if you guys have your tickets, make sure you guys show up. If not, make sure you guys hit that pay-per-view. I think tickets are almost all sold out, so hopefully people are putting in for credentials. All right, is Henry training Chris? Yes, Henry is training Chris. Henry was here a few weeks ago. Yeah, so he told us they're training. Let me get to this one. Jermall Charlo wants Triple G since he can't get Canelo. Man, this guy wanted David Navidez. This guy. I just want him to fight. That, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not talking smack about him, but just fight, my man.
By Molina, I heard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, Charlo needs to. I don't know.
I think he's just cloud chasing, bro. He's cloud chasing Triple G, Canelo, David Navidez. So I just want him to fight. Hopefully, he fights whoever he fights, man. But he needs to get a fight.
American fighters don't draw. And it could be the best versus the best, and it's sad, until you pump yourself up to that Floyd Mayweather Canelo level, it just doesn't draw, man. And Fern, you can attest to this at the first Kovalev Ward fight. Those were the two at that time, number 1 and number 2 pound for pound fighters in the world, and they didn't
even sell out
the stadium. No, and then the second time they moved it to the Mandalay Bay, and it still didn't sell out. So it's sad. Boxing fans got to get behind the sport. They gotta support.
But at the same time, the fighters got to give him a reason to support. Charlo, again, I love his skill. He has it, but he has yet to prove it against real world-class opposition. Again, we talked about it a while back. He and Andrade, however he wants to say his name, Demetrius, they should have fought a while ago. And that would have been a big fight right there. That right there, whoever wins out of those two, that's the best name on either's resume. Even win, lose, or draw on it, it's still the best one. they both, Andre, I'll give it to him. He's had big fights lined up and they fell through, like the BJ Saunders fight and everything. But Charlo has not had that. Charlo needs to prove his worth, and he has yet to do so.
All right, let me get this one for Seniesa. Seniesa, your boss, Oscar De La Hoya, stepping out of retirement July 3rd. What do you think about that?
I think it's cool. I mean, I seen him in person a few days ago. He looks really good. And like, I haven't seen him look as good physically in a while. And it just seems like just out of nowhere, like he really has been training and he's really been doing his thing. So his body's looking good and he looks like he's excited for it and he's ready to go. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm going to watch, no matter who he's fighting, whether it's another ex-fighter or a UFC fighter,
whoever.
I mean, I'll be watching, that's for sure.
And maybe he'll beat the shit out of Logan Paul, man.
Right? Ooh. He would. That would be so cool.
Dude, that would be so like awesome. Like,
yeah,
YouTubers get flattened, not hurt, but just catch a good fade,
Yeah.
You guys are bad, dude. You guys are bad. All right. Paul Banky says, and the new world champion. Big shout outs to Paul Banky. He's giving a shout out. Seniesa.
Hi, Paul. Thank you.
With that said, let's
hold on.
Let
me bring up one more since you probably haven't gone on to it. There has been rumblings around boxing that Terrence Crawford is going to Dubai this week. Obviously, he was going to because of Jamel Herring and everything like that. But he's going because they're actually going to finally announce his fight later on this week. The speculation is that he's going to fight. And speculation is that it's either Porter or Pacquiao.
Oh.
So I don't know, but I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. On who do you guys think it actually is?
It's probably Pacquiao. Yeah.
And I heard about it today. I didn't want to bring it up because I wasn't supposed to bring it up, but since you brought it up,
yeah, I had heard of it too. So I mean, I think Pacquiao is a lot bigger of a name. I think he goes through,
especially since it's in Dubai and they're making the announcement there.
Yeah.
Is the quick question: is the Herring Frampton fight on regular ESPN or is it on ESPN Plus?
On ESPN. That's what I saw.
All right, good, because then they have the platform to actually announce something that big and actually build on that. So I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Somebody said Paulie Malignaggi. That's who he's fighting.
Paulie Malignaggi.
Let's cut it out, guys. Cut it out, guys. All right. Here we go.
The bare knuckle fighting champion. Hell yeah.
Like I was saying, though, Pacquiao's a bigger name, and it'll make Crawford more of a household name. People really know who Crawford is because unless he's fighting in Nebraska, he's not selling out a fight. And it's tough because with so many fighters on the other side and so many promotion companies not willing to cross the line with other promotion companies, it's almost damn near difficult for him to get a fight. Like those guys from PBC ain't gonna fight him. They don't even recognize him as a champion during the commercials when they show the welterweight champions. They don't even recognize Crawford as one of the champions.
Okay. That's old news already. We're in March. They started doing that in December already. Come on,
I know, but I know.
No, they've done it already. They've done it already.
He's not going to get.
They've already shown him
a fight. No shit. I know they're doing it, but what I'm saying is, how's he going to get a fight? And why do you think he's been on the shelf? You know what I'm saying?
All I know is I can't tell you guys who he's fighting, but somebody mentioned it, so that's it. I'm not going to get in trouble for it because I heard about it today. All right, guys. With that said, let's get it going. Welcome. Oh, first of all, hit that share button, guys. Right now we have the champ. The champ has been here with us since the beginning. So with that said, here we go. Welcome to the boxing rundown. Newly crowned WBA champion from East Los Angeles, the one and only Seniesa, super bad Estrada.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Seniesa, this is the second time you've been on the show, but this time it's not so awkward because, last time somebody came in that wasn't supposed to come in and you're with us, but this time it's just you. All right? So the last time you were here, you made a comment that you wanted to be a world champion. Now you're a world champion. How do you feel about that? How did it feel to become a world champion?
It felt amazing. It was everything that I ever envisioned becoming a world champion would be like. That I envisioned that moment thousands of times since I was like 7 years old. And I envisioned it happening in that exact way. Like, I knew it would be on a big platform. I knew it would be seen by many people. I knew it would be with Golden Boy Promotions, and I knew that I would be fighting, you know, a legit world champion. So just everything that I've always imagined it to be like is exactly how everything went into play. So yeah, it's amazing. It's a dream come true.
Questions, anybody else? Right now, or can I hit another question?
Go for it.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right. So, like you said, not only everything was like the perfect storm for you with the winning this belt, but you beat a champion that was, I guess, not undefeated, but she hadn't lost in eight plus years. You know what I mean? So she was on a hot streak. Yeah. And you didn't only beat her, you destroyed a champion, and that's being respectful. You know what I mean? But you put a lesson on her.
Right.
How did that feel? You know what I mean?
It feels great. You know, like I had been studying Annabelle Ortiz since before I even knew I was going to fight her. Like as soon as I turned pro, like she's one of the people that I wanted to fight, just because she, like, once my dad told me about her, like when I first watched her fight years ago, he's like, this girl has had the title for, it was 6 years back then when she had it, and then now it's been like 9 years, and I was like, wow, like I want to fight her because she's had the title for so long, she's had so many title defenses. So to be able to take the title from someone who's held it for so long and who had so many title defenses it's just like, it just made everything so much sweeter. You know, it made the victory that much better. And I was, you know, nervous going into the fight, like first world title fight. I was texting my trainer at night, like, cause I couldn't sleep because I was so nervous. It was like probably like 3 a.m. and I was still awake. And I was texting him and he's like, relax, stop overthinking. Like, you've trained physically 110%. You're mentally prepared 110%. Like, you know, just go in there and do what we did during training camp. And I had like the best training camp. And me and my trainer were even talking about it like before. He's like, you know what, like no one has really seen what you can do. Like they haven't seen your full talent and your full potential, because of course, like before I signed with Golden Boy, like none of those fights were really seen. And I was fighting out of my weight class. I was fighting girls who were ginormous, weighed like 20 pounds more than me. And then once I signed with Golden Boy, I got 7 knockouts in a row. Then I fought Esparza, and then I had a 7-second knockout. So my trainer was like, you know, people haven't really seen everything that you can do and how skilled you really are. He's like, it's going to take a fight like this. If you don't end the fight early and you don't stop her, it's going to take this fight to show everybody like who you really are and how skilled you really are. And, you know, he was right. That's exactly what happened. You know, I dropped the champion, who's, I don't even think she's ever been down before. She was down in one fight, but like they called it a slip. And then, you know, I boxed using my defense, my footwork. I didn't allow her to do the things that she normally does. I used speed, showed power. So I kind of just was able to just show everything that I can do. So, I was just happy that everyone was able to be entertained by the fight and to see like my skills.
Yeah, you almost fought a perfect fight in my eyes. I mean, she was going for her 13th title defense, right? And people don't understand, like, that experience fighting in that many world title fights, being in that many wars, that experience carries over, you know.
It does.
And for you to go in there and do what you did was awesome. And then that overhand right that put her down into the ropes, like, that was great. I think the only one criticism I have is it had brought back flashbacks of the Belasco when you got caught switching stances, going from southpaw to orthodox, and she caught you. It didn't hurt you, but it was just like, damn it. I remember when that happened to you in the Belasco, and I think you got dropped in the Belasco. It was a flash knockdown when you were going from orthodox to back to southpaw to orthodox, and you got caught in between, so you like got caught slipping. But besides that, I mean, that actually threw her whole fight game off. For you to go southpaw to orthodox and then back to southpaw, she didn't know whether she was coming or going in that ring, man. And I think that was just a lucky punch, but it was you threw her off.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely learned from that experience. You know, fighting somebody, that opponent was much heavier, and you know, I was going in there just trying to bang with her instead of moving and boxing and doing what I should have, fighting the way I should have, instead of just trying to like stay in there and bang with her. But yeah, you know, now that whole switching stances was definitely something that I knew I was gonna gonna throw her off. And like the thing with Annabelle Ortiz is like she's been so successful all of these title defenses because she fights girls who allow her to fight at her pace, and they allow her to fight comfortably. So we knew from the first round, I have to go out there and make her feel uncomfortable, fight at my pace, because my pace is like I fast. Like I can slow it down, I can do different things, I can move and use angles. So Annabelle she loves to move to her left all the time. So from the first round, I went out there and I cut off the ring to force her to move to her right. And after that, I kept doing that every round, and that kind of just like threw her off completely because she's not able to move to her comfortable spot. So that was the main thing in our game plan.
So we have a question from a fan. So it's a two-part question because half of it is going to be mine, the other half is going to be the fan. So he's asking if you plan on moving up in weight or staying at your current weight division. And then my part of the question was going to be, how much more comfortable were you fighting at 105 than at 115?
Oh, I was so comfortable. Like, sorry, my dog. 105 pounds and 108 pounds is like, that's like my natural weight class. Like that's the weight class I should have been fighting at for my pro debut. But, I think I signed with Golden Boy when I was like 11-0, I believe. So all those 11 fights that I had in the beginning of my career before signing with Golden Boy, I was fighting against girls that were, huge and out of my weight class. But like I had to do it because I didn't have a promoter to put money behind me and to get me the opponents that were my size. So I kind of just had to like fight whoever because I wanted to fight and I wanted to stay active. And, I believe that if I would have signed with Golden Boy in the beginning of my career and made my pro debut with them, I would probably be like 20-0 with 18 KOs, because fighting at 105 and 108 is like the natural weight class that I should be at. So I want to get back all the bouts at 105, all the bouts at 108, and then eventually maybe even fight at 112 after I get all the bouts that I want at 105 and 108.
I have comment of the night so far, okay? By Mike Ortiz. He said, "Why I thought I was watching J-Lo," and I'm gonna second that. You do resemble J-Lo. To be honest with you, Seniesa, I was like looking at you when he said that, and I was like, yeah, she does look like J-Lo.
She's prettier than J-Lo.
Stop, guys. Stop.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm not. Even I'm not. Come on, guys. Come on.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Thank you.
Respectfully. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know what? One thing about this fight too, and it being on the zone and being on that undercard, to me, I think it's going to open up a lot of eyes, not just of the boxing world, but of those commentators as well. Because one thing I noticed with those commentators, they want to stay bringing up Marlon's name.
Yep.
Right? Even after the fight. And when you check Chris Mannix, it was so funny. Like Sergio Mora knows you, right? So when you check Chris Mannix, you're like, look, she's at 118. Why would I want to fight her?
Yeah, I was like, she's irrelevant right now. Like she showed up to the fight. I don't even know why she was there. Like nobody even cared that she was there. But she
couldn't make 105. No.
Like I said, she after the fight she was making all these excuses. Like I heard her make like 5 different excuses as to why she quit in the 9th round. And then I said, okay, I'll give you a rematch. Let's do it at 108, because even Oscar told me, he's like, you fought her at 112 to make the fight happen, because if I didn't fight her at 112, the fight wouldn't have happened. So it's only fair that she fights you at 108 pounds now. And then once she heard that from me, she was like, all of a sudden, like she couldn't lose 3 more pounds to make 108. And I haven't heard from her about a rematch since. So whenever she's ready to stop eating and make the weight and fight me. I mean, if I lost, I'm so competitive that if I would have lost to somebody, I would have freaking starved myself for 2 months or whatever it takes to make that weight to get my rematch and to get my revenge. But she doesn't really want it, because anybody who would really want it would do what they can to just lose those 3 more pounds.
Right. Hey, and
why do you feel people like Mannix and other announcers or other people in media or outlets are just still stuck on that name? Like they attach both of you at the hip. I don't get it myself. We saw the fight already.
I don't know, because I guess because it was like, it's such, they know how much we dislike each other, so I guess they want to keep that like rivalry going. But you know, like I know that no matter like, and people are only going to want to see her fight unless she fights me. Honestly, I can go on and fight champions and other fighters, and people are going to want to still watch me fight because it's me. But she like, I don't know why they keep pushing that. But I mean, if it happens soon, it happens. I mean, I'll still give her a rematch.
Let me ask you this: is it over on your end? On your end, is it done with? Because you said if they give you a rematch, you'll do it. But I'm saying on your end, is that over? Is that past you already?
I mean, I'm looking towards world champions. Like, I want world titles, and she doesn't have one. So it's like, right, I mean, if she, I will give her the rematch if she wants to fight me at 108, and if the money's right for the rematch, I'll fight her for a rematch. I have no problem with that. You know, hopefully she doesn't make an excuse and quit again before the fight's over.
It was over with Marlon at the weigh-in before their first fight. When you pushed her, that was so classic. The look on her face, she was like,
yeah, I didn't even push her hard. Because I was like, if I do, I push her with my fingers, because I was like, if I push her with like my palms, I don't want her to like fall back and hit her head and then say, oh, I can't fight because like I'm hurt. So I was just like, I'm just gonna tap her just to like, I just wanted that reaction, and she like freaked out. So it was perfect.
Let me ask you something. Now that you're at the top of the mountain, now you're a champion. Did you see the hate jump on you, or is there no hate yet? You're not getting any hate.
I mean, there's always hate when it comes to like social media, of course, because that's the world we live in. So I know there's hate and there's haters, but I'm just glad that I gained so much respect from a lot of real boxing fans and media who have like doubted me or didn't think that I had any skills and stuff. You know, I'm just glad that this fight I was able to kind of just change people's mind or shut people up. And like that, this is like nothing, you know, like yeah, my first world title, like that's big, that's great, but like I have so much more to show and so many other great fights that I know I'm gonna put on.
What hate have you gotten? I've never seen anyone say anything negative about you. No, I'm trying to figure this out. What have they been telling you?
Oh, I don't know. I just see stuff here and there, like on social media, but like I don't know.
It's out there, Fern.
I haven't seen it, or I'm not looking hard enough. If that's the case.
A lot of it's a lot of low key.
But we don't look.
Not directed at her. I think a lot of it's shit that she notices and stuff that's said maybe about other fighters where stuff's not in, where she's not necessarily always included in stuff, and it's just it's out there. It's low key directed at her, but indirectly. You know what I'm saying? So
gotcha.
I've seen it too, you know, but it's out there. But she's doing big things, and now hopefully Jessica Bott, the last person that beat Annabelle Ortiz back in 12. So hopefully,
I would
Jessica now. Yeah,
I would love to, but I heard she's like going to the Olympics or trying to make the team. She's for Argentina. Oh. So, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe when she's done doing that,
strip her of her title and let you fight for a vacant title against one of the top contenders. You know, I mean, you
guys
I
would hope so.
Petition whatever bout she has, you could always petition.
Yeah, for sure. Because that wouldn't be fair that she still holds on to it. But we definitely want to fight. Want to get back in the ring. They want to have me back in the ring like as soon as possible and fight against. I mean, I was supposed to fight Yesenia Gomez next for the 108-pound WBC world title, but her promoter just keeps like playing with us, and he keeps like pushing it back. So now he's saying at the end of the year. So, you know, like Golden Boy told me, you know, we're not going to wait around for her. We're gonna choose another opponent at 105 pounds, another champion. So maybe the WBC champion from Germany or the one from Japan. So we'll have a few other options.
Because wasn't that from Japan supposed to happen, right?
It was supposed to happen, yes, but she had to take a mandatory fight, supposedly. So, yeah, maybe she'll be willing to or able to do it next.
All right, Rodrigo.
All right, comment of the night, dude. This one wins, dude, and I don't know if it's true. Mike Ortiz. I watched Seniesa beat the brakes out of my aunt. If that's that's his aunt, dude. Wow, dude, he said it on here.
Who's your aunt?
Says,
Annabelle
I guess
Ortiz.
It's that girl, Annabelle Ortiz. I don't know if it's true though.
Beat up his tia.
Beat up his tia, dude. Come on now. No, but I wanted to tell you something that I noticed from Sergio Mora, and he got very emotional. He was very happy for you. I think he even shed a couple tears. You know what I mean? How does that make you feel? Because he's a guy that I guess grew up around you and everything. You know what I mean? Or you grew up around him. You know what I mean?
I grew up around him. Yeah. I mean, I was a huge fan of him since like I became a fan from just watching him in the gym when I was a kid, and then on the Contender. Like the Contender was huge back when it was on, like I
Right.
was just a kid sitting in front of the TV, just so like the whole production of it and everything. There's never been a show like a boxing show as good as that one. So
There's always
just
the
being
rundown.
besides the rundown. So like it was just like such a great show, and like cheering him on every night in front of the TV, and like him being from East LA was it's great. So it was great. It was great to have him as one of my favorite fighters. So yeah, to just have him commentate my fights and be happy for me, it's cool. He sent me this long message after, and he was pretty emotional. He's just seeing everything that I've gone through from even before I turned pro. So he definitely is someone that's seen me go through everything.
You have a comment on here. Good luck in mentoring future champs like Marilyn Gonzalez. And it's seeing that comment and me knowing Marilyn and her coming from Watts and some of the other girls that are involved in boxing, amateur boxing out there in Los Angeles, Southern California. I mean, you having the impact on those girls, even if it was just one girl that you kept off the streets and got her into the gym, but there's so many little amateur boxers that look up to you. Like, that's like, to me, being a world champ, looking at it from the outside, of course, being a world champ is always big. But when you're doing stuff as a champion outside of the ring and mentoring kids and having them look up to you and being the type of person that you are, like, I mean, we see other type of fighters out there, not knocking them or what they do on social media, but just the type of person you are and what you do for the community. It's great. I really commend you on that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
The girls love you. They really do.
And I was going to say that because we brought it up a little bit with at the beginning, but you are a big mentor to kids or young ladies, you know what I mean? Well, kids too, guys and girls. So how does that make you feel? Or what is it that drives you to promote them and make them be like, I guess, motivated to follow your steps? You know what I mean? Because it is.
Yeah.
There is a lot of, when I saw the flyer being shared, I looked at it and I was like, man, this is like amateur kids. This is kids that are like from the inner city, you know what I mean? They're promoting the show without us even asking them. So I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like it feels great. Like I didn't have that growing up when I was coming up in boxing. Like I came up in a whole era where women's boxing was completely dead. Like nobody even knew that women were fighting. Nobody's seen them fight on TV or anything like that. There wasn't many little girls in amateur boxing or women in amateur boxing. So like I didn't have that female to look up to. I looked up to like my favorite fighters like Roy Jones or whoever it was, but it's not the same as having that female to look up to. So to be able to just be that example and that role model now is like the best feeling ever, because it just makes like everything that I've gone through to get to where I am totally worth it, because now I can be that inspiration for younger girls, and it's the best feeling.
Rokas, 5 years ago, right? I didn't know who Seniesa was. I did follow female boxing, but I wasn't really big into it. I was just getting in with Supreme, right? And they had an event at Grandpa's Boxing Gym, and it was Seniesa was there, Suleiman Brina was there, Kenya Enriquez from TJ was there, and Mari Conejo, right? But the crowd that was there just to see Seniesa was like huge. Like all the whole gym, all of Grandpa's gym was just packed of these little female amateur fighters. And they had tables set up with the different fighters, and like all of them had just gathered around Seniesa. I'm like, damn, who is this? Like, who is she? Like, so I started looking into her, and it's like she was making an impact. She's been making an impact in the community for years, and that's so commendable. It really is.
Thank you so much.
Vern, any questions from you?
No, continuing on what you guys have been talking about, just what actually inspired you to take that role and say, you know what, I'm going to lead and I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to inspire the younger generation. What led you to that?
I mean, I've thought that since I was like 7 years old, since like right before I started boxing. Like I knew that when I was going to start boxing, I was going to be that inspiration and that role model to young girls. Like I just knew it. I mean, like it was just like destiny for me, I just knew that that's what I was meant to do. And like boxing, like I knew like it was going to take so much struggle and so much sacrifice and just so much, it was going to take so much out of me. But at the end, like as long as I didn't give up, I knew that I would accomplish everything that I want and that I would be able to share my story and be an example for younger girls. This is something that I've just always known that I was going to do. So yeah, I mean, it's hard, you know, like it's hard to keep that clean image and to, you know, not follow trends or like, you know, be getting naked on Instagram or like showing my ass and stuff on Instagram, which is like what so many like female fighters and athletes do. And like it's just like I just try to like just be myself, you know, and like I don't care about this like my social media following growing because of like me doing things that aren't myself. Like I just try to be true to myself and, you know, get kids and young girls to have someone to look at and say, you know, like I want parents to be able to say like I want my daughter or my kid to look up to her because she's a good example. Mm-hmm. Because if I had kids, I would that's exactly how I would think, you know. I don't want my kid looking up to just anybody.
Yeah. Okay, I have Virgil Ortiz Sr. here. Says, "What's up, guys? What's up, champ Seniesa?" That's Virgil Ortiz Sr.
Aw, congratulations to the new champs. I love fighting on Virgil's cards. Virgil's one of my favorite current fighters, and his dad's awesome.
We have our famous troll. He's famous. He's very respectful. So he made a question. All right. So remember, he's from our troll. This guy trolls us every
Oh God.
We have trolls.
Yeah, we do. Jaime Costecho says, Can she confirm that she hits harder than Sergio Mora?
Oh yeah, for sure. I like him now. I like him.
Hey, I've seen her freaking break a watermelon with a punch. Okay.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I've seen her break a watermelon with a punch. So
oh my God, he did another comment. I don't know if you guys saw the other one. Hey, this is why he's our troll. Hey, that's not nice. Nice things to say about Ebony Bridges. I guess that's what you're saying because she's showed a lot of her stuff.
No, I'm not saying that towards anybody. Oh my God.
Come on, bro. Cut it out, dog.
It's not towards anybody. I don't judge anybody. I'm just saying.
That's her.
I remember right before Christina Hammer fought Shields, right?
Yeah.
Shields went on a rant about Christina, you know, and about her post that she posts and that she would never do anything like that, right? So then I posted the picture of the ESPN, the cover of the Body magazine where she was naked, and she blocked me. I'm like, you did it yourself.
But that's different, though. I think that's ESPN, the Body. They hit me up. They hit me
a little, but I mean,
I wouldn't do it on Instagram, but I'll do it for ESPN. You know, the Body.
You would.
No one wants to see your body. No one wants to see you, Ruckus. Come on, bro.
What you mean, dog? Get it out. All right, guys. All right.
I'd rather see Jaime Costecho. Come on, bro.
Oh, all right. Here we go. All right.
Who's your idol growing up? Did you have a boxing?
Who was your idol?
Oh, my idols growing up. Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, they were my favorites.
Can you confirm that both of them actually congratulated you after this victory?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How did it feel getting a congratulations from your idols?
Oh, feels great. It's so great that like Roy Jones like has even said that like I'm his favorite fighter, which is crazy because for so long he was my favorite fighter, and I never thought like I would hear that from him. So to hear that from your favorite fighter, to be your favorite fighter's favorite fighter is like amazing. Sorry.
Your dog's barking. I think someone's trying to break into your home.
Right, I know.
Better not be Jaime Costecho, man.
All right. I don't think it can fit through the window.
Let me ask you this. Would you, for a title fight, right, would you go to Germany or Japan?
Honestly, no, because like we had this discussion like with Golden Boy, which is like what I really love about, you know, working with them and them understanding like my goals and the whole vision. Like they want to bring all those champions here. Like they don't want me to have to go out there because they know that like it could be a big draw here. I'll be able to sell tickets here. So we definitely want to bring those champions here. And like the promoter of Yesenia Gomez was trying to get us to go to Cancun to fight there in Mexico, and Robert Diaz was like, hell no, we ain't going over there to fight you. Like, I know how it goes down in Mexico. Like, anything can happen. It's corrupt. Like, she's staying here. So that's great. I mean, I feel like that's how it should be. Like, I think these fights could be, big fights with having the champions come here to fight me.
We got a comment real quick. Tony Vasquez is on there, and he's saying that his father is an old school boxing head, and his favorite fighter is you. So he just wanted to give you a shout out, said that his dad's favorite fighter is you. So
thank you. Tell your dad I said hi and thank you so much.
Now, Seniesa, if you were to bring one of those champs here, with everything getting a little bit better, we're able to have crowds, where would you like to fight one of those champions?
Oh man, I mean, I fought at the StubHub Center and the Forum, and I mean, I would love to fight at the Staples Center. That would be like a dream. I don't know if like there'll be fights there anytime soon, but that's definitely somewhere I would love to fight.
Staples. How many people could fit in the Staples, guys?
18.
18. Okay. So they'll probably do two. Well, this restrictions will be about 2K.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, 20%. So you're looking at about 4,000.
4,000?
Yeah, 4,000, 5,000.
That's all you'll sell it out, girl. I was trying to like do that. That'd be good though at the Staples. You wouldn't want to do it at the Carson, whatever it's called now. So many names.
StubHub, Dignity Health Sports Arena.
Yeah. No,
Center.
I fought there twice, but that's why I was just saying somewhere different. But no, that's always a good place to fight. It's very very fan friendly there. Like, fans are always nuts at those fights, so that's always cool to fight.
Michael says, I guess the Forum, he would like it at the Forum. All right, well, the Forum will be good too, bro. Well, even the new arena, the football
soccer one
they made.
SoFi.
Mm-hmm. SoFi. Yeah, they could probably do it at SoFi with that big old screens they have there, man.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Ask her if she likes Rio's. Who's Rio's?
Rio's Pizza. Yeah, I love Rio's. Have you guys been to Rio's Pizza? There's one in Montebello and there's one in South Amani.
Okay.
No, I haven't been there.
What do you eat there? Come on, you already know we eat. So, but you, come on, what do you eat there at Rio's Pizza?
Pizza and wings. I'm gonna go after this interview.
And I know what she's gonna get for dessert too.
Well, you sound like a stalker, bro. What do you mean?
No, I already know what she's getting for dessert. She's getting herself a glazed Krispy Kreme donut.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. When was it that you brought me?
It was one of those fights at the Forum.
After one of my fights at the Forum, yes, I walked back to the dressing room, and before I even got to my dressing room, I had like my wraps on and my whole outfit on, and he comes up to me with a dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts. It was the best thing.
I already knew she loved them. She wanted them bad. So I was like, here you go.
Dude.
Yeah, it was great.
Shout out to Malik Ben Yosef. Malik has a podcast. He's from Virginia, has a podcast on the East Coast. So shout out to Malik. Can you ask Seniesa, why did she headbutt my girl in the fight?
Oh my God.
But that's from the same guy. I'm Michael
The same guy.
Oh, okay.
You know that's not his girl. All right.
Somebody said you're gonna have 1 million stalkers in Montebello and South Amani waiting for you.
Shit, I know. I shouldn't have said that.
She ain't going there to eat. She's going to Taconazo.
She's going to Taconazo.
Zusa. Go to Taconazo.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
You're going to get a pretzel crust pizza from Little Caesars now, thanks to you, idiot.
Yeah, thank you, guys. All right. Seniesa, what motivates you to go that extra mile? You know what I mean? To go above anybody else.
What motivates me is, man, just all the years of hard work and sacrifice, and like I'm not even close to where I want to be in my career. So to just knowing that there's still so much more for me to accomplish, that's what keeps me going.
Okay, I guess this guy needs me for me to tell you. The question about Rios was by Robert Ramirez. He wanted me to ask you that. He wanted to make sure that I told you that the question about Rios Pizza was from Robert Ramirez. I guess I don't know.
Oh, that's my boy. Yeah, he's waiting for me to go to Rios. That's why he wants me to hurry up.
Hey, come on, cut it out, bro.
Oh, come on, bro.
Come on now, bro. Not gonna take long, dude.
So funny.
Yeah.
Plan B after boxing, after your career, after boxing, do you have like something you want to do? Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be a cop? Want to be a counselor? Do you have?
No, I want to work on the boxing rundown with you guys.
That's like
you're here. Hey, that's it. You're in with us.
Honestly, like hiring her, like would be so great. Imagine just like, all right, having her just as our co-host every Monday.
She'll be so much fun.
She'll be the host. We're out of a job, dude. Cut it out.
Wait. No, but you'll be out of the job. You're the host.
Yeah,
you're out of a job, not us. We'll be here.
No, but okay. Would you consider something like in media? Would you go into the like even let's say if NBC Sports said we want Seniesa back in here, we like the way she works at the shows. Would you do it?
Yeah, I want to like host or
broadcasting,
sports reporting, stuff like that. Commentating too. So like broadcasting is something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl. Like I would watch the news more than I would watch cartoons because like I was just fascinated with like broadcasting and like newscasters. Like I would get my brush and I would stand in front of the mirror and do like these fake reports. So it's just always been something that like I just loved. So yeah, that's definitely something that besides acting, that's something I want to do after my career.
So little birdie told me you'll be back on NBC pretty soon, doing that whole commentating thing. So.
I hope so. Yeah, if the dates and stuff like line up with like my upcoming training schedule and stuff. Yeah. So I would love to. Yeah, NBC Sports, they were so great to work with. Like everybody was just so, from the producers to the staff and just everybody was just so kind and helpful, and so they just made me feel so comfortable. Like they're such a cool team to work with.
I have two questions, Seniesa, from the fans. One from Beto Yanez. Beto says, Seniesa, from all your fights, which one has been the hardest? And then I'm gonna ask you the other one from Johnny, so you could have both questions. Ask her what happened to the song that she made with Dr. Green Thumb or something like that, or a song that you were talking about in the Dr. Green Thumb podcast.
A song? Oh, we talked about like walking out to like what's the Saturday Night Fever song by the Bee Gees? Is that what he's talking about? Yeah.
Again.
God, no.
Yeah,
no, don't come out to that song.
Right? No, B Real asked one of his co-hosts, like, if you were a professional fighter, like what song would you walk out to? And he was like, Staying Alive. And we were like, what? But it was so funny because we're like, wow, like imagine if somebody really walked out to that song. That would be so cool.
Someone's gonna look it up online and find out someone walked out to it and send it to you via Twitter or something.
Yeah, wow. We have to try to find that. That'll be cool. I don't know if that's ever happened, but I'm sure someone's used it somewhere.
Now, which one has been one of your hardest fight? According to
my hardest fight, I mean, I would say there's a few fights that were my hardest fights, like in the beginning of my career when I was fighting much bigger opponents. Those there was a few of them that were all tough fights just because they were short fights. There were 4 rounds, 2 minutes against bigger girls who weighed a lot more and were a lot physically bigger. So I had a few tough fights in the beginning of my career.
What is the biggest girl you fought before?
Oh my gosh. I think it was maybe my 6th pro fight. Fought a girl we were supposed to weigh in at 112 pounds, but on her box rec, she always fought like at bantamweight, like at 118 pounds, 122 pounds. So the promoter's like, okay, I got her to sign the contract at 112. She said she can make 112, even though she's never fought there. And we're like, all right, we'll see. So go to weigh-ins. I show up weighing 109 pounds. She weighs in at 118 pounds. She was overweight. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I think my scale at home is broken. We're like, yeah, obviously. So
that's what I say all the time.
So we're like,
the mirror ain't full.
We're like, okay, you have an hour to lose 7 pounds. Like, that's not even going to happen. So the promoter's like, do you want to just cancel the fight? And I'm like, no, I just sold all these tickets. Like, I trained for this fight. I'm going to fight her. I don't care. So she went in the ring probably weighing like 135 pounds that night. And I was 109 pounds. And it was crazy. But yeah, those are just funny stories that I think of now that I'm like, wow, like, I can't believe I went through all that.
Dude.
No,
I have two.
no,
I'm not gonna ask that question.
I read that question too.
I'm not gonna
I
ask
was
it.
like,
I'm not
wow.
gonna ask it. No. Okay. Which
It is
one? Brian's or Jaime's?
Jaime.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Jaime's.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Jaime's
ask
question.
Jaime's.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Brian Alonso's question.
Yeah.
Which was the scariest girl you ever fought? I don't know why. I don't know why they would think.
The scariest girl?
Yeah, why would they even say that?
The scariest girl? I don't know. I guess Annabelle Ortiz, just because she was the reigning champion. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not like scared of anybody. Like, I'm always nervous in a fight and always cautious, but I never have any fear. But yeah, I guess scariest could be Annabelle Ortiz. Yeah, just because she was like, she had the resume and stuff.
Hey, Fern, you probably know her. You've probably heard of this, or maybe you, Ruckus. And wasn't there a fighter that wouldn't shower for like 3 days before he fought and didn't wear deodorant and would just fucking go into the ring like smelling like ass and fucking like.
Oh my gosh!
I forget his name.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but yeah. No,
I forgot too. But
this
there was
is true.
a fighter that would do that. Like he wouldn't shower for like 3 days, and then he'd be making weight and wouldn't put deodorant on and just go in there, just thinking about.
I'm gonna tell you, I think I was at one of those weigh-ins, bro. I threw up, dude. Come on, man. It just made me remember that, dog. All right.
God.
Okay, Seniesa.
That would be scary.
You're horrible, dude. All right. Are you the one that created this whole relationship between Ruka and Everlast?
No, I didn't. The owner of Ruka did, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw that they're like they have a line together, so I was like, man,
yeah,
Seniesa,
they collabed
masterpiece.
Together.
They collabed it up, and Akas and Seniesa. Now, we have Rasso in the house. Javier Rasso's in the house. It's a great show, guys.
Razzo, Islo.
What up, Razzo?
In the house, Razzo. What's up, man? All right. I know that I asked you what pushes you for that extra mile. When it was all said and done, when you got the championship belt, I know how your dad is very involved in your career. I mean, your dad is the person that always used to hit me up about bringing you and interviewing you. How was that culmination moment between both of you guys?
Oh man, it was great. Man, I can't even describe the feeling. I mean, I know how happy he was, and like he believes in me more than I believe in myself. So I know he was just lost for words. Like, he was just so happy, and like at the same time, like I said, like I envisioned that moment so many times, and so did he. Like, he knew that that it would play out exactly how it did that night. So yeah, just all the stuff that we've been through, all the sacrifices he's made, all the time he spent, all the money he spent through the years since I was a little girl. It's all worth it now. Now I'm able to support him and provide for him and give back to after all the things that he's done for me. So it's great.
And a big shout out to your dad. I mean,
yeah, man.
I loved it when he went to the show with us. He was there. So just say hi to him from us.
I will. Thank you.
He knows he's a great guy, man. I mean,
great guy. Yes.
Great guy.
Thank you.
Any questions from you guys?
I was gonna, since we were talking about it earlier and we alluded it to earlier, that opening piece, the one that actually set up your fight before your fight started, the one that was pretty much incredibly inspirational all around. How did it feel? Obviously you filmed it, you went through it and everything, but how did it feel actually seeing the final product that was being shown to everybody?
Man, I mean, okay, after watching, because my friend Janine, who works for Golden Boy, she's just amazing at editing and filming everything. Like, she told me what she wanted to do, and like I kind of like didn't really understand the whole like story that she was trying to put together. But like, no one's ever really like interviewed my dad and my trainer and I, and like got like the full story of how like we came together and how we started and stuff. So I just knew that, like, honestly, like from the first day that she started filming it, like I just knew that I just trusted her with knowing that this was going to come out to be, a great piece that people are really going to be able to relate to and be able to really just love. And they played that right before walking out and to the fight. And like, I was in the dressing room about to walk out, and just seeing that was just like, oh my God, it was just so emotional, because I'm like, wow, like everything that I talked about in that piece, like everything that my dad and my trainer talked about how I started and like the struggles and everything like that, just like my trainer told me in the dressing room, he's like, all of that right there, he's like, brought you to this moment right here. And like, you know, it was just so unexplainable, the feeling of like seeing that and then walking out right after that just kind of just put the icing on the cake. I was like, I'm ready to fucking go, like, let's do this.
Vision, huh?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Somebody said with you not knowing the final piece and how it looked, did the song just play perfectly? Was it just coincidental that you chose that song?
No, I mean that honestly, like I've been using that song for the past like few fights and like and I love it. And but everybody told me that like that piece playing and then the song was just like such a perfect mixture together. And yeah, I mean, it really was. It was awesome.
Yeah, Razo's saying right now, I ain't gonna lie, I got teary-eyed myself. We've been to fights in Mexicali, TJ. We rode it back to the hotel.
Yes.
Late night tacos. I'm so proud of you, Seniesa.
Thank you. I know when I won my I defended my title in TJ, or I believe I won it. I think I defended it, and we Razo got this tiny little taxi for us, and we literally like six of us were inside the tiny taxi. My dad, my cut man, he was a big guy, my trainer,
big sir, come on now, he's not big.
my hand rep guy, who's a big guy, and then Razo, like we all squeezed into this little taxi, and then I had my bout, and like we're just like so happy. I didn't care like we were jumping into a taxi, but after this fight, like I told Razo, I was like, Razo, like we went backstage and stuff and we were waiting for the cars. I'm like, Razo, come on, like you gotta have a nice car for me now. And he's like, oh, don't worry. He's like, I got this nice van right here. So we rolled up in like this really nice van. So I was like, all right, thanks, Razo. Like we're moving on up now.
I have one question, and I mean, it's kind of funny and not funny, but Beto Yanez says, have you ever had any drunk, belligerent fan like talk to you after a fight that bugged you?
Oh yeah, I get that all the time. I actually had one fan who tried to get into the ring while I was fighting. I think it was like a fight at Belasco, like one of my first fights with Golden Boy. Yeah, that was pretty weird.
What did he look like? Wait, what did he look like? Yeah. I wasn't that drunk guy. Was I? I used to get up. I used to get up. I was doing a lot, but not like that. What the fuck? Wait.
No, Ruckus. Really? Ruckus, you can't get over the rail, fool. Stop it.
Yes, I could, dog. Hey, I just fucking used to climb it up, dude. Big shout out to everybody. All right, let me ask you this, Seniesa. Who is it that pushed you that now you're gonna push so many kids? You know, so who pushed you to that level? Was it your dad? Was it a fighter? Or was it your trainer? Or was it a combination of a lot of people?
Combination of my dad and trainer for sure. Every time I wanted to give up and stop, you know, my dad never allowed me to. And you know, my trainer always, even though like it's hard for him because he's a trainer and like he's never trained a female fighter before, so he had no idea what he was getting into. So like if he quit, then of course I would quit because that's my trainer and I wouldn't train with anybody else. So I know like even though things were so like he would see me like so just like sad and just so depressed at times, and he would have to pretend like he's okay to try to lift me up. So there was so many times where he, you know, tried to just keep having, you know, he tried to just keep the faith in me and try to tell me, gave me all these speeches and all these talks about how to just tell me to just keep going, keep winning, and like everything's going to pay off and you're going to, you know, there's a plan for you. Your talent is not going to go to waste. So just so many talks from like him and my dad that just like always kept me pushing and always kept me motivated. So it's just a combination of both of them.
Yeah, big shout outs to your dad, to your trainer, man, because thank you to them, because of them we have, you know, a great champion or a great role model. I gotta, you know, just say that myself, you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, just a good person all around. You know,
yes.
A good person. I mean, just besides being a boxer, besides what she does for the community, I mean, just
ambassador. She's an ambassador to the sport.
She's a good person. Yeah.
Yeah.
A good
That's
all around good person.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs, just shout out to everybody who's tuning in right now, even the trolls.
I made that for you, bro.
Thank you guys for having me on. Like, I always have a blast talking to you guys. So anytime you guys want me on, just hit me up.
You have something, Stacks? That you were reading something? No?
No.
Okay. Seniesa, give them your social media so we could grow your followers, even though you don't want them to grow. We're going to still do it for you. Give them your social media, girl. Come on.
At Seniesa_superbad. Yeah, follow me. Don't send any weird DMs though.
Yeah, don't send weird DMs. Don't just follow her respectfully, okay, guys? Don't be stalkers. There you go. Seniesa, you're gonna help us with this next part, okay? It's prediction. Let's do predictions, guys. You guys ready? All right. Wednesday from Australia. Tim Sue versus Dennis Hogan. Who do we got and by what?
Seniesa, go ahead. Start us off.
Oh, who?
So you have a super welterweight fight at 154, and it's Tim Tszyu. He's the son of Constance Tszyu. He's undefeated, and he's fighting in a title eliminator against a guy named Dennis Hogan in Australia.
Who used to be also a contender.
Yeah.
You said Constance Tszyu, son?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I've never seen either of them, but I'm taking Constance Tszyu, son.
Go. Who's next?
Yeah, I got. Isn't
Dennis Hogan
a knockout?
Isn't Dennis Hogan the guy who fought Munguia a couple fights ago?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going with Costa Tszyu's son. I'm going with his. I'm going by knockout. I'm gonna say 5 to 6 rounds.
5 to 6 rounds. You said KO too, right, Stacks?
Yeah, he's coming off back-to-back knockouts. He got knocked out by Munguia, and then he got stopped by Charlo as well. So yeah, I got Tszyu. He looks like the real deal. And hopefully, we'll see him here in the States pretty soon after this fight. So at 154, I think this title eliminator, the winner gets Castellano, Brian Castellano.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, nice. I like that. Well, I got Tszyu too, bro, and I got him by KO in the second round. Bam! Yeah. I'm gangster like that, dog, today. Because I'm original. Today I'm original. All right. So let me go to Saturday from Dubai. I'm just going to talk about the main event. And then also there's another card. I forgot. I'm gonna bring it up. But okay. Saturday from Dubai, ESPN. Jamel Herring versus Carl Frampton. Who do we got and by what?
My boy Jamel, for sure.
Jamel Herring.
Got Jamel, yeah.
KO or decision?
I'd say decision.
Decision.
Yeah.
Stacks.
I think Jamel stops him. I think the corner is going to end up throwing in the towel. I think it's be an accumulation of too many punches, and either the ref stop it or the corner throws it. And Jamel, I think he wins by TKO. Not straight knockout, but I think I think Frampton's going to take a beating. He's got one foot out the door already. He's already talking retirement, and yeah, I think Jamel's peaking right now, and he's looking forward to bigger fights, but not this fight.
I think he's capable of getting a late stoppage if it does happen. The stoppage.
I'm thinking, given the weight class, Herring does beat Frampton, and he TKOs him or stops him the corner probably around the 9th or the 10th round. As you know, Frampton lost to Leo Santa Cruz in the past, so and that's at a lower weight class. Jamel Herring has more pop, more boxing style that could actually trouble Frampton, and I feel that's just going to be an accumulation of too much. And again, as Stack said, Frampton is halfway out the door already. He's already talking about if he loses this fight, he's going to retire. So I feel he's letting us know where his mind is at. So I just feel that he's going to try to go out on the shield as best he can, but Herring's going to be too much for him.
So you said late round, Stacks. You said 8 or 9.
9, 10. 9, 10.
I'm with Fern. 9 or 10.
Yeah, dog. You guys didn't leave me shit, huh? I mean, like
just go with one of your famous draws, fool. Just go with one of your famous draws.
Here we go. I'm gonna go with Frampton majority decision, lone wolf in the house. Oh, that's gonna be Vargas Stripes. You're the lone wolf on this one. I'm going with Jamel Herring in the 8th. I'm gonna go with my famous 8th. Jamel Herring gets it. TKO also. I think it's gonna be an accumulation of punches. They're gonna stop it. They're gonna throw in the towel. So
for all the shit I talked to Costecho, look, Herring, look, Costecho. Okay,
there you go. There you go.
Damn, and I'm over here wearing Nike. Damn it.
All right. And I think that this is the card that I forgot about. AJ versus Iwasa. Did you guys know that? I didn't even know that fight was going on, dude.
Anthony Joshua?
No, AJ, the guy that beat Danny Roman.
I know. Oh yeah.
Hey, you just said Hiawatha. You're talking about the poem
Hiawatha? No, he fighting a guy named Iwasa, bro. Iwasa. I forgot about that fight, bro. It wasn't even on Box Rex, dog. So that's why.
I'm so lost this week. I don't know anything that's going on.
Wawanisa Insurance is fighting?
You know what, man?
Yeah.
Wawanisa Insurance.
AJ went to war with Roman. And honestly, I thought Roman came on and pulled that fight out. I think he should have got the benefit of the doubt, especially as a unified champion.
Right.
He did it. And these Japanese fighters, man, he's going into dangerous ground. And I'm thinking maybe the Japanese kid pulls it off. I'm not going to try to announce either one of their names because I
like his name. I guess I'll go for him.
Yeah. I'm going to say this. Agmadelev versus Iwasa, bro. Come on. How can you not say that name, dog? This should make me
Iwasa, but I'm not sure you're saying it right.
That's Iwasa, dog. Iwasa. Remember, like, dude. All right. So you got Iwasa?
I got Iwasa. Just because his name sounds cool. So
God damn. Who do you got? You got the insurance company, Fern?
I got spicy wasabi, yes.
All right, you got Iwasa. Damn. All right, Vargas Strive, you were talking about being the lone wolf. I'm going to be the lone wolf on this one, guys. I'm going to go with AJ, bro. I think AJ pulls it off. I think Matchroom is trying to do something with him. They need to do something better. They need to promote him because I didn't even know that fight was happening. And I don't think...
Yeah, they were doing something better. They would have put it on DAZN and something.
Exactly.
You know?
So there you go, man. So I'm going to go with AJ. I'm the lone wolf for the week. You know what I mean? On that one. With that said, once again, guys, follow Seniesa at Seniesa Superbet. Is that right?
Yep.
Or no?
Yeah.
Underscore.
Seniesa _Superbet. Don't be stalkers, guys. Be professional. You guys could, represent, but don't be rude.
You're asking people on social media to be professional.
I have a new line of like my personal merchandise. First time that I'm doing it. That's dropping in 2 weeks. So I'm super excited about showing everybody the new merch that's coming out. So yeah, look out for that.
But where's the merch going to be
available?
I'm going to have a site. I'm going to put up a Shopify site so people can purchase from there.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'll share it on social media.
All right. Are you going to have chubby size?
Yeah. I will have all sizes, yes.
Oh my God.
Chubby size, brother.
Hey, Robert Ramirez says he's going to have a car waiting for you outside. All right, bro. We get it. You're going to go to Rio. Don't worry, dog. I'm going to, bro. I'm going to,
he's blowing up my text messages right now. Like, hurry up.
Bro. Yo, you have no idea how. Hey, look, you have people waiting in the Montebello site and at the South site already. All right,
there's going to be last time. All right, guys. With that said, that was the.
Let me give some shout outs real quick.
Go, give me a
real quick shout outs to everybody that tunes in every week. Vargas Tribe, to Jesus Reyes up there in Central Cali,
Nancy
Boxing, to Seniesa. Thank you for joining us tonight. To one of my friends out there in Whittier, to Nicole, what's up? I just wanted to give her a shout out. But to everybody that tunes in, man, thank you guys, Fern, Ruckus, man. It's always a pleasure with you guys, man. And thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Nessa.
Yeah.
Thank you,
You're gonna
guys.
have more belts. I know that for a fact. You're gonna strap season's coming, guys.
Strap season.
And undisputed. SoCal, I'll have another dozen for you.
All right, I'll be waiting for that for sure. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah,
so.
don't be nice.
Hey, did I lie last time? Did I lie last time?
We want fresh ones, dog. We want fresh ones.
Not those frozen ones that they sell in the damn raffles.
No. Look. The time I gave it to her, it was at the Forum. The closest Krispy Kreme to the Forum that I had was the one right here off of Crenshaw and Martin Luther King. So it was literally like an hour after they made them.
Oh man, yeah, they're pretty stale.
Oh! There you go, Doug.
Give her stale, Doug.
Let me give her a shout
out. Me.
Mike Styles, what's up? Mike Styles, what's up, dog? From 360 Promotion. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Seniesa, thank you very much. Say hi to your pop for us and enjoy your pizza. All right.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.